Hello there. This is a news item from a local news outlet in Oklahoma, and they are discussing the public school curriculum in the state of Oklahoma.
Claims of discrepancies in the 2020 election. That was one of the quiet changes made to Oklahoma's social studies standards that were sent to the legislature to be approved. KOCO's Evan Onstad joining us now talking about these revisions, Evan, that could be taught in our classrooms.
And the one you just mentioned there was just one of the changes made to Oklahoma's social studies standards. It's a lot. I'm going to break it down. Pay attention. In December, the State Board of Education reviewed the new standards, something it does every 6 years. And in December, those standards included examining issues related to the election of 2020 and its outcomes. They also mentioned teaching about the Black Lives Matter movement, former President Joe Biden's bipartisan infrastructure bill, and efforts to recover economically after COVID. But we've learned that by the time we got to the February meeting, those standards had been changed. Now it says social studies teachers should, quote, identify discrepancies in the 2020 election results, including ballot counting being stopped in battleground states, the risk to mail-in ballots, and sudden batch dumps. And we should note at this point that there has been no evidence of widespread voter fraud in the 2020 election. The revised standards, these are the standards that they voted on and passed, also removed those mentions of the Black Lives Matter movement, removed the mentions of Biden's infrastructure bill and any post-COVID economic recovery efforts. And this is important here. The revision process, it was discussed in a slideshow during the State Board of Education meeting, but those specific changes were never mentioned in the meeting. There were three brand new board members at that meeting, and one of them admitted at the time to not having the time or opportunity to review what it was they were voting on.
Is there a way to get this ahead of time, where the board has more time to do it, or is that just on us to just go online and try to find them when we know it's being done?
Well, I will say you guys were appointed here pretty recently, so, the governor decided to put you guys on this board on a very short timeline. This has been something that's been going on for nearly 10 months here.
The board member that you just heard from, he actually voted for it. He said that he did have some time to see about it. Ryan Deathridge, the only one to vote against the standards, he said that he did not have time. It passed 6-1, by the way. The state legislature still has to approve these before they go into effect. Back to you.
Okay, so, whoops. Okay, good. I was able to stop it. That's enough of that. So I have discussed Oklahoma public schools before. I have discussed that superintendent named Ryan Walters. There is no integrity here. There's no attempt to be objective in the telling of recent history. And keep in mind, this is a Bible study channel. These are people who want to teach the Bible in public schools. And this is why I am completely against that. And I think that public schools need to remain secular, because these people in Oklahoma, they are just wanting to tell half-truths, leave out things that they don't want to discuss. And they just really are just pushing propaganda. The Bible in the hands of people like this is a dangerous tool. And I just really feel like schools just need to remain secular for the sake of people's souls, honestly, because they would end up doing a lot of damage, especially if they try and present the Bible and the Word of God through their biased, unobjective ways. And I doubt if any of these people are actual believers. So anyway, I just wanted to put this out there, how these people are lying in public schools and wanting to mislead children. And it's bad enough that they're doing it with American history, but they want to teach the Bible, and they would abuse and misrepresent that as well. It should not be allowed to happen, and I do not really trust Christians that are in favor of having the Bible taught in schools for this very reason. They are either also lacking integrity or they are not very smart. It's one of those two things.